Alright, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome once again to my channel and to another edition of welding tips and tricks. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to properly fabricate a rectangle or a square or whatever it is, a frame out of 14 gauge 2 by 1.5 inch steel. Okay, and we have the 4 pieces right here. We have this one, that one, this one, and this one. So I'm going to be demonstrating how to properly set it up, square it, and weld it out. So stay tuned. All right, first of all, if you have a table with a flat top of it, congratulations, that's awesome. But those tables usually only work for like a shop environment, where they're usually at least got to be at least a 1/4 inch thick to 1/2 inch thick. You want them to be as level and as in the same plane as possible. When you're out in the field and you're doing a small project that you're unable to have the benefits of that thick, smooth, level working surface, you gotta make it work. And what I did was I just threw together some a cheesy little elevated work table, so I'm not working on my knees. So I just threw something together, just a cheesy table, but it works. Okay, but anyways, this one here, it's tilted to the side and dropping down that way, so it's higher in some areas than others. That's okay. I can either elevate the feet, throw a 4-foot level across 2 ways, and I'm good. But I don't want to do all that. Instead, what I'm going to do is, let me show you guys how to prepare the steel. So when you weld it, it's not all warped up like that. Okay, which usually happens when you work on an unlevel surface. All your 4 pieces are going to be kind of distorted. If you look at it from once it's right up vertically, it'll look something like this, like a little twist in it, or a dogleg, what we usually call in the industry. Anyways, first you set up your top and bottom horizontal. Okay, what I want you guys to do is set up a piece like this on the bottom of one leg of this piece, and this is only going to serve as a support for now. Okay, this is how it's going to look. Okay, all pieces are cut to 45 degrees. Okay, and this is how that's going to look. So you're going to put that there, and that's just going to give you an extra support. Then we have to do the same thing over here, but it's a little different. Okay, hang tight. Okay, what I want you guys to do on this side is sandwich it with 2 pieces of steel as flat as possible. Okay, so you're gonna put one at the bottom here, and you're gonna put another one on top of that guy. Hang tight. Just like that, guys. See that? Get you some locking pliers like this. You got your bottom piece, and you got that top piece. And what this is gonna do, if your table is off to one side and then probably off to the front like mine is, what this is going to do, it's going to force both of these members to come into the same plane. And when you weld it and tack it up, everything, when you stand it up vertically, she's going to be straight. Okay, so check that out. Once you get it to this point, you see how I've got a little gap here. Now we need to do some fine tuning right there. Get you a little hammer. Okay, and you need to hit this one here a little bit. See that? See how that works? Little shadow maybe. Okay. Once you're satisfied with this one here, your elevation, you run your finger through it. Everything's smooth in the same plane. Okay. Right there, you see that? Then what I want you guys to do is square this off with a 2-foot square. One of these. Line it up here all the way across. Okay, butt it up to this other one here. See, you got a little gap. That's what you need to do, is close that end over there bring that one in to the left and tight. And there you go, guys. Once you fine-tune everything, right there, you see all your edges are following the square. That's what you want. That's what you look for. Look at your joint again, your 45. Okay, that's a good opening right there. What I want you guys to do now is not to tack it here. Don't tack it there, because what you still want that flexibility to do this for your final adjustment. You have 3 more spots to tack up. This one here, what I want you guys to do, once you get it to this point, is go ahead and tack it right here. 2 tacks, one here and one here. Okay, and there you have it. 2 tacks outside of the frame. You don't want to lock yourself off from doing this number on it. Okay, it should be good if you cut your pieces. All of your pieces exactly the same dimension. This one and that one should be exactly the same dimension. That one and that one should be exactly the same dimensions. If you have a square, then they all should be the same dimension. But if you have a rectangle, say it's a little taller on the vertical side than it is wider, then you cut the taller ones at the same dimension and the bottom horizontals at that dimension. That's what you call a rectangle. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over to this one. Once this is tacked up, you can go ahead and remove this, and it's not gonna fall off because you've already tacked it. Okay, go ahead and remove this one, this bottom support, and replace it with your clamp in this setup right here.